All you hear is engine sound as the light turns green and they put the pedal down. I guess we'll see who's the best. Burning rubber from a tire is the only kind of test. With gasoline, my veins and nitrous in my cup. Don't care about the price cause it's never enough. Paint slips at the strip, it's just the way that it is. Racing on the streets, it was more than just a trend. Gasoline in my veins and nitrous in my cup. Don't care about the price cause it's never enough. Paint slips at the strip, it's just the way that it is. Racing on the streets, it was more than just a trend. About the glory days. I'm sick of seeing show cars parked in front of this place. And I know you feel the same. Those were the days, those were the days. With gasoline in my veins and nitrous in my
Good Wednesday morning, everybody. She's all but ready to prime. I got couple small spots to scuff. I forgot them. One there and one on the other side. I got to tape the step up. Oh yeah, hit subscribe, everybody, and join the members. Let's see. I got to pick my mess back up from taping. You know, you always make a mess taping. I gotta cover the wheels. I believe everything is ready. Crap, I forgot to get rags. Hopefully I got enough to get this done and I can pick them up today. Alright, yeah, that's pretty much your morning briefing. I hammered out all day yesterday. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning, and I've been busy since I opened my eyes. I got to get the blue mule moved outside. It's 80 in here and 56 outside. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and open the windows or the doors and let some cool air come in, and hopefully I'm not sweating all day. I do know that they're calling for 91 today with 70% humidity. I'll go ahead and get there. We'll get them doors open, get that air flowing. Ornery just ran out. She gonna go enjoy the weather this morning. Alright guys, till the next one, have a blessed day. Good morning everybody. Let's get this truck painted today, shall we? Get the last little bit of this thing wrapped up, taped up, ready to go. What did I do with my tape? There it is. Let's go to the other side. and get it taped. It's a busy morning, guys. Alright, I gotta cover the wheels up. Do a little bit of scuffing in the very front. And then get her wiped out. Hope you guys can see For some reason, my GoPro app on my phone is not loading. And I gotta get this done. Gonna be finishing this one off. Come on. At least get me a full cup anyways. Come on now. I don't think so. I did it. I got a full cup. All right. It's a little bit above 11, so I'll go a little bit above 11. And then I'll add about 10%. Yep. That's not close to 10%, but that'll work. Hopefully you can see. I can't tell where the camera's at because my GoPro app won't open. It's been a busy morning. I've been on the phone for about 2.5 hours. All right, let me finish mixing this up and we'll get ready to spray. I can't reach it. that was fun.
Man, it is not wanting to spray today. I'll bring you back in about 5 minutes. this time I think I am gonna mix it 10%, or at least closer. I'll bring it up to 28. That's a little less than 10%. It was just spraying way too hard. Same as the last time. I'll bring you back when I'm ready. See if it sprays a little better this time. I can already see it. Much better. Much better. Yep, this is a little dangerous.
comes Sandy Sanderson, back at it again. Sand and paint, sand and primer, wet sanding, prepping for a beautiful paint job down in Metal Art Customs. Make it smooth so the paint lays out, shoot that clear to make it deep. Buff it out and make it sparkle, buff it out and make it shine. Buff it out and make it sparkle, buff it out and make it shine. Here comes Sandy Sanderson, back at it again. Sand and paint, sand and primer, wet sanding, prepping for a beautiful paint job down in Metal Art Customs. Make it smooth so the paint lays out, shoot that clear to make it deep. Buff it out and make it sparkle, buff it out and make it shine. Buff it out and make it sparkle, buff it out and make it shine. Here comes Sandy Sanderson, back at it again. Sand and paint, sand and primer, wet sanding, prepping for a beautiful paint job down in Metal Art Customs. Make it smooth so the paint lays out, shoot that clear to make it deep. Buff it out and make it sparkle, buff it out and make it shine. Buff it out and make it sparkle, buff it out and make it shine. With a roll bar, outlaw on the boulevard. Crank it up, hear the piston sound, slamming gears doing 80. T-tops off with my lady, oldies on the radio right around. Hot rods and classics make the world go round. V8s, big blocks, engine shaking the ground. Show car, street car paint, that's a mile deep. First off the line and the fattest at the meet. Yeah, they say that the American dream's dead. Well, they ain't met my old friends. Flamethrower sitting on their tailpipe, back roads and it's race night. Bet 100 make 100 more. From the dirt to the drag strip, win the money then we cash it. Same old crew like a week before. Hot rods and classics make the world go round. V8s, big blocks, engine shaking the ground. Show car, street car paint, that's a mile deep. First off the line and the fattest at the meet. Yeah, they say that the American dream's dead. Well, they ain't met my old friends. No, they ain't. Hell no, they ain't. Hot rods and classics make the world go round. V8s, big blocks, engine shaking the ground. Show car, street car paint, that's a mile deep. First off the line and the fattest at the meet. Yeah, they say that the American dream's dead. Well, they ain't met my old friends. Hot rods and classics, big blocks and fastbacks. V8s and the South make the world go round. running cooler than cool. 'Cause we made her ourselves, and we did it old school. Custom built with our hands, that's why we call her Blue Mule. It's a 65 Chevy, it's a beautiful ride. LS power under the hood, manual shift on the side. She's a horse of a different color, a rare one of a kind, cruising down the highway, leaving everything behind. And we ride through the Tennessee hills with the windows down, turn the radio up. Oh, we're cruising just for the thrill, nothing's gonna slow us down. Yeah, it's a work of art on wheels, straight from the mind of an outlaw artist with a vision of one at a time. Not built for the masses, this one's mine, all mine. It's a mechanical beast, one hell of a fight. And we ride through the Tennessee hills with the windows down, turn the radio up. Oh, we're cruising just for the thrill, nothing's gonna slow us down. Ohio to Tennessee, driving a masterpiece, one of a kind. She was born to be wild, and she'll run like the wind. Deep blue sky, clouds, sunshine, cruising down the highway. We full custom 65, hand built, rusted like hell. From Tennessee to Ohio, the Blue Mule, she moves like a ghost, catches the soul, spits it out the back. Hand built, full custom, 65 Chevy LS powered hot ride. From Tennessee to Ohio, you understand me. The Blue Mule, she moves like a ghost, catches the soul, spits it out the back. She moves like a ghost, catches the soul, spits it out the back. The Blue Mule. Got something to teach, come on and show us all. You got something to say, it don't matter who you are, from wherever you are. If you got something to sell, the whole world is in your palm. You can help someone, show them how it's done. We shine a light on what we do, and the world comes to you. Ain't it good? Ain't it true? We shine a light on what we do. yourself friends from all across the globe, from some little town in the mountains or the cold, from where you never thought you'd go. Then they love you for who you are, and they come to your show. We shine a light on what we do, and the world comes to you. Ain't it good, ain't it true? We shine a light on what we do, and I'm grateful for this light from all across the globe, from some little town in the mountains or the cold, from where you never thought you'd go. And they love you for who you are, and they come to your show. We shine a light on what we do, and the world comes to you. Ain't it good, ain't it true? We shine a light on what we do. Two-tone with the roar, out on the boulevard. Crank it up, hear the piston sound. Slamming gears, doing 80. T-tops off of my lady. Oldies on the radio, riding her around. Hot rods and classics make the world go round. V8's big box engine shaking the ground. Show car, street car paint, that's a mile deep. First off the line and the baddest type of media. They say that the American dream's dead. Well, they ain't there. My old friends, flamethrower sitting on the tailpipe, back roads and it's race night. Bet 100 make 100 more. From the dirt to the drag strip, win the money then we cash it. Same old crew like the week before. Hot rods and classics make the world go round. V8's big box engine shaking the ground. Show car, street car paint, that's a mile deep. First off the line and the baddest type of media. They say that the American dream's dead. Well, they ain't dead. My old friends, oh, they ain't. Hell no, they ain't. Hot rods and classics make the world go round. V8's big box engine shaking the ground. Show car, street car paint, that's a mile deep. First off the line and the best type of meat. Yeah, they say that the American dream's dead. Well, they ain't dead. My old friends, hot rods and classics, big box and fastbacks. V8s and the sounds make the world go round. All you hear is engine sound as the light turns green and they put the pedal down. I guess we'll see who's the best. Burning rubber from a tire is the only kind of test. With gasoline in my veins and nitrous in my cup, don't care about the price cause it's never enough. Pink slips at the strip, that's just the way that it is. Racing on the streets, it was more than just a trend. Gasoline in my veins and nitrous in my cup, don't care about the price cause it's never enough. Big slips at the strip, it's just the way that it is. Racing on the streets, it was more than just a trend. Tell me about the glory days. I'm sick of seeing show cars parked in front of this place. And I know you feel the same. Those were the days, those were the days. Gasoline in my veins and not just in my cup. Don't care about the price cause it's never enough. Pink slips at the strip, it's just the way that it is. Racing on the streets, it was more than just a trend. Gasoline in my veins and not just in my cup. Don't care about the price cause it's never enough. Pink slips at the strip, it's just the way that it is. Racing on the streets, it was more than just a trend. Tell me about the glory days. I'm sick of seeing show cars parked in front of this place. And I know you feel the same. Those were the days, those were the days. With gasoline in my veins and not just in my cup. Don't care about the price cause it's never enough. Pink slips at the strip, it's just the way that it is. Racing on the streets, it was more than just a trend.
Alright, this being right in your face like that, I could tell before there was a few issues in it. A couple chips in the paint. That's a gouge, deep gouge. There's a chip. I'm gonna move this up here. Now what I do is I put tape above it. That way I know it's below so I ain't gotta worry about peeling the tape off. This area here, you can see it's got Duraglass in there. I'm not sure why, and then Bondo primer, you know. So it don't feel that straight. I mean, it's not hateful, but I can usually tell if it's pretty straight, and that's not. So I'll probably glaze this from here to here. This will be ready. This, sanded out, they just didn't have it sanded far enough. That'll be all right. I didn't mess with the back on either side. This side, remember that dent? I told you I was gonna file board it and that will highlight it. Well, that dent pushed in and here and pushed out here and around. So when I file boarded that, what that did was it flattened this back down. There's Duraglass here, Bondo. I'm gonna clean this out with the DA. You don't want to put it over shiny surface, so you sand that out, and then I'll glaze this area right here. And then this, I really shouldn't have to worry about them because that bed piece comes down right there. But I'll do a light glaze over those spots. Here's another deep gouge, a couple little chips. Now, when I file boarded that, I'm filing the top surface. You're not getting down in there. So I can either do one of two things. I can take the little die grinder and clean that up on those chips, or I can take the DA and do the same thing with it. I don't have to take it to bare metal. It's just got to have something for the coating to stick to. So I'm going to use the DA on this one. Now see, I widened that out and sanded all the way through. Same thing there. This area should be fine the way it is because it's not a gouge. This one I am going to use the die grinder because it's really deep. Alright, now we'll mix up a little Bondo for this one. The rest will be glazing. It ain't gonna take a whole lot, but you want to make sure you got enough. And we'll mix up our hardener here. I do not like this hardener. For some reason it is really runny this time. Not sure the cause of it, but every time I pick it up I gotta mix it real good. Alright, I ain't got a whole lot down there. That right there ought to be enough. Then I'll take my stir stick and just stir it up. You don't want to flip it back and forth. Just stir it up. And then I take my spatula, scrape that off. This stick's gonna in the trash this time, so. All right, let's go splat it on there. I'm working it down in, back and forth. Work it, work it, work it. This is what I normally use for Duraglass. It spreads out real nice. Now, I'm about out of it, so it's thickening up a little bit. It's a little harder to spread, and same way with this. This is what I use for the Bondo. And it's the same way. It's thickening up as I go down. So it's a little harder to spread, but it still works. This is my go-to for glazing. There's not enough in here to use. I don't even know why I still got it. I should have thrown it away. But Adam brought this down. It seems to be pretty similar to that right there. And that's what I'm going to use for the light duty stuff that I'm getting ready to show you. I really wish they'd go back to the bags, because I hate these bottles. All right. Don't take a lot of this stuff. That ought to be plenty. Working it in a figure 8, and then I spread it, catch it, spread it, figure 8, go back and forth till it's fully mixed. All right, let's go spread it on the car. Truck, I should say. Now remember, this is glazing, not filler. All I'm doing is glazing the worst of it. Alright, that'll be close enough. Now I'll come up here and hit these couple spots. Hopefully before it hardens. Alright, now if it don't harden up, I'll spread some on this side. Like right in there. It's starting to harden. That's okay, because I got everything done I needed to get done. And of course, you guys have all seen me clean my spatula. What I do, take me an old rag, because it don't matter. Splash a little lacquer reducer on it. Wipe that off. And then I come down here and wipe off my polycarbonate. Nice thing about the polycarbonate is if you miss stuff like that and it does harden up, you can take a razor blade flat and clean it up. It cleans up real nice, and it's always reusable. I've had this piece for about 15 years now. Well, this trim here came right off except for the bottom screw over here. But by the time I was there, it was too late. I had to take it off. On the front of the cab, on the front fenders, those screws fought me the first 3 I tried, so I just left them there. But look at that paint. I figure if they'll come off, I'll take them off, just like I told my customer. If not, I'm not going to go through and drill all them out and all that. Yeah, I was scared I was going to find some rot up underneath these, but I didn't. That's a good thing. So now I can just go ahead and get all this sanded out. I'm going to let that stuff set while I do this.
Deep blue sky, clouds, sunshine, cruising down the highway, full custom 65. Hand built, rust soul. Spacing out the night of a blue mule. Big and loud, screaming and proud, it's just what I do down at Middle Art Customs. Back on the farm, just wasting away, handed down from my granddad. Sitting in a barn for 40 years, he bought it in 47, new off the lot. Big and loud, screaming and proud, it's just what I do down at Middle Art Customs. Man, if Grandpa could see it now, fired up, burning rubber down a country road.
Same as the side, there's a little bit more of a dent
one of a kind.
than you want to put
When they
glazing
see it,
in.
everybody knows.
I'll build it up with Bondo,
Big and
and then I'll
loud,
sand it down to where it
screaming
needs to
and
be.
proud, it's just what I do down at Middle Art Customs.
I get that put on there, and tomorrow I'll sand it. All right, guys, I don't know where I left off. I pulled off and I rearranged a few things. I got another truck coming in tomorrow, and I'm tired of moving everything around to get stuff in. So it's about 5:30 right now. I got the yellow car out of here. I got the Fury and Stone Soup out from in front of the showroom. They're moved. I got stuff moved around on this side of the showroom. Moved Pandora over, put the Blue Mule up there, put 10 cents back in the corner. Yeah, I'm whooped. Tomorrow I'll come in and I'll sand those spots on this side. That truck's supposed to be here about noon, so I'm hoping to have this side ready and get busting on this side. It would be nice if I have both sides ready for primer when that other truck shows up, and we'll see where we go from there. All right, guys, I'm out of breath. I'm hot. It's 94 in here, but that humidity is up there. Yeah, that looks a lot better. And now I gotta clean the floors. Floors are a wreck. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little bit tomorrow night too. I gotta get all that cardboard out of here. It's piled up over here for 2-3 weeks now, and I'm tired of stepping over it and the look of it. But, oh, look at that. Oh, that's kind of odd. A bomb canned Cobra. Okay. Yeah, I got a lot going on. I got a lot of vehicles coming in, and I gotta focus on this stuff. I think I did pretty good today. I got the rest of the sanding done on the cab and front end. I had to touch up a couple spots of tape because I lost my balance. My arm went through it. Yeah, that wasn't on camera. Too bad. And I got a lot of the beds started. So, all right, guys. Till the next one, have a blessed evening.
After so long, Blue Mule finally getting pain. Blue Mule, the LS swap running smooth. Blue Mule, tires smoking, muffler singing. Blue Mule. breathe. Breath of fresh air, wind in